Well, hello, naughty boys and girls. It is I, Disasterina! Welcome to the Tasty Earbits podcast. Here, we're all about the drag, the art, the trash, and the comedy. In this super duper monstrous new episode, we're gonna talk about the most intriguing draggers to possibly appear on season 5 of the Boulet Brothers Dragula. We're gonna give you a suspenseful and salacious countdown of the list, but the top 10 is just not enough to flesh out this podcast. We're gonna go one longer. That's right, this one goes to 11. What do you mean we, you might be asking? Well, joining me is Alaska's own OG Supermonster and undead stripper goddess of death, Frankie Doom! That's right, we're gonna reprise our very popular podcast we did for season 4. Pump and lock it, uglies, here we go!
This one goes to 11.
Frankie Doom, it's so exciting to talk to you again.
Hi, how are you? It's so good to be back.
I am doing so fucking good. Now, what is going on in your life? All your friends out there, they need to know. What are you doing lately?
Oh my God. I've been taking over the beautiful little town of Anchorage, Alaska, turning people into monsters. They didn't know what that was. And now that I'm here, I get to show them what blood, sex, and gore can be. And also living in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere, enjoying hiking and jumping into ice cold water and seeing animals.
Pictures or it didn't happen. And I know you're going to supply those pictures.
I have plenty of nude.
You're out in the forest, out in the mountains, buck naked.
Plenty of naked photos for sure.
So is that true? Anchorage didn't know anything about monster drag, and then you showed up and all of a sudden it's monster drag town?
They have some people that do it kind of on the spookier side. There's a little bit here and there, but the audience itself, I think when I showed up, it was kind of, I'm so used to Los Angeles, and being crazy and whatever you want to do, you can do and get messy and bloody. And I remember one of my first numbers I did, I was wearing my wedding dress from La Llorona and Resurrection, and I looked creepy as shit, and the audience was just staring at me and looked horrified.
Well, that sounds like the perfect situation. That's the reaction you want.
I was just oh, I don't think you're ready for this. Okay. And they just looked really puzzled, what is this? This is really horrifying. This is uncomfortable. And from then to now, I'm doing The Exorcist and doing 7-minute numbers with screaming and death and gore and just a lot of demonic shit. And they live for it and clap and tip really fucking well.
You turned them.
It's been fun. It's been fun to bring people around to a different kind of drag. And then just in general, I've grown so much since then, and I love sparkles and I love rhinestones and just everything being beautiful. And it's been really cool to bring darkness and beauty together. And it's really taken off. I like that. And I've learned a lot from all the people here too. It's a really cool group of people.
We gotta go. I know we say that every time, but we're so fucking broke all the time. But we're gonna hop on a plane one of these days. We're gonna show up at your door. Gonna be knock, 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 knock. We are so cold out here. Please, please let us in. There's a blizzard out here. Please, Frankie Doom.
You are always welcome. It is fucking cold. I usually walk out of my house sometimes and it's so much snow. I'm gonna die and fall into the big puddles of snow. But it's super fun. I hate being hot, so it's really good for drag. It's conducive to not sweating your makeup off. Christina and I, it was her birthday and we got so shit-faced. We were in drag running all around the bar and threw ourselves into mountains of snow, just rolling down snow hills in drag.
Honestly, that sounds incredibly fun.
They would love you here. They would think it's the weirdest thing they've ever seen. And they tip really great. We have one drag bar pretty much, so it's the known place to go. It's always sold out. People always go and watch the show. They tip like crazy. They love what you do. It's just really cool to be in a place where they appreciate drag. Because a lot of places don't sometimes, they don't really tip you or they don't really show too much of an interest. And it's crazy how that we have audience here in Alaska, that just loves drag. It's kind of wild.
Wow. I think Lizzie Manzini and I need to go on a Alaska tour.
Yes, I would love to show you around. We could take nudes together.
That would be really cool. So, last year we did a podcast. It was called Epic Top 11, and we talked about the 11 most intriguing drag performers that could possibly show up on Dragula. I guess it was season 4 at that time. Now we're doing Dragula season 5. We're doing the same thing because that was the most popular podcast I ever did.
Really?
You are making me famous. You are giving me all the ducats. All those royalties are coming in. Thank you, Frankie Doom.
Oh, no, you're welcome. Thank you for having me back. I love it. I love hanging out with you. I love being able to chill. You make me laugh, and I love being happy and talking about creepy monsters.
I love it too. You know, you say I'm funny. Maybe I'm funny looking, but you are the funny one. You have the best one-liners. You have the best comedy, so I love it.
It all just comes out of my mouth. I have like verbal diarrhea.
See? I couldn't say that. I didn't want to do no work for this, so I dove into the Reddit, right?
Yeah.
I went on to Reddit. It's like, they can do the work for me. So they already have the cast figured out.
Yeah, like that's wild to me. I mean, I'm on the show. I've been on the show and I have no fucking idea what's going on. And like, I guess I don't know, really look into it too much. I like to be excited and like surprised, but it's crazy how the fans just always know stuff, whether it's this show or other shows. They just always have a list compiled like weeks into it. You're just like, how the fuck do you know? How do you figure this out? Do you just really hunt people down and check when they're online or not online? I don't know. It's crazy. I think it's really cool though.
Yeah, I think it's really cool too. And I think they have spreadsheets always on their phone, ready to plop in information. They got like analyzation tools to figure it out.
They must have like a team, right? A team of like experts.
I think so. There's definitely some people on Reddit who, they just fucking know everything. You know, more credit to them. They're fans.
Drag monster hunters.
Maybe they are. Maybe there's somebody in my bushes right now.
I could get some in my bush. I just trimmed it.
Delicious. Eat hair. That's where I insert the Eat Hair song.
Eat hair. Eat hair. Do you dare take off your underwear?
So we got 11s. Let's do Epic Top 11 again.
Ready.
This is not who's gonna win. This isn't like these are better than anybody else. This is like the top 11 most intriguing. When you think about them, when you look at them, you're so enraptured by the mystery. So that's what we're gonna do.
I had to look them up, and I did do my research somewhat. And I looked at the Reddit list, and I had to check them all out. Honestly, there's some really cool people there that I really, really enjoy, and I've actually worked with like a few of them. So I was really excited to see the list, and I do have my notes.
Well, let's start with somebody that you work with. I don't think I've worked with any of these people.
Number 11.
Okay, so I'm going to start with Anaphylactic.
But they're from the England. You work with somebody from England?
Yeah, back when Dragula was a pageant, I can't remember what week it was. It was one of the weirdest shows. We had their whole house over. So it was Anaphylactic. What's the other one? Black Licorice, I believe. She's amazing. And then there was
Cheddar Gorgeous.
Cheddar Gorgeous, of course. Oh my God, I love Cheddar. I mean, their looks are just out of this world. I loved the gender weirdness of it and all the sparkles and the unicorn horn and just being naked. I've never been so turned on. Like, I was like, this is who I want to be. I want to be this thin or be this confident to be this naked. And I'm pretty naked, but I can do a Cheddar look. I think I'm going to throw some sparkles on my nuts and go out.
Cheddar Gorgeous, this beautiful drag performer, like totally bald, and they do all sorts of interesting things on their face and their head and their skull. They have like moss and ferns growing out of the head and everything, but also super duper glamour.
It's just art. You can't even describe it. It's
walking art.
Yeah. And Anna's one of their people. And when I got to meet her, oh my God, her makeup was out of this world. And I followed her since, of course. And just getting to hang out with them and being to chill, watching them do their thing was incredible. And then their looks are unmatched. Like, they're just so put together. They're so perfectly realized. And I love that. I really appreciate that with like my drag. I love when people just have ideas and bring them to life. It's not just a random, half-assed thrown together thing. It's, okay, I thought this through and I have this amazing look and I'm bringing it to you every time. And I feel like she's super talented. I can't wait to watch her. If she does get on, I can't wait to see what she brings.
Anaphylactic seems like a character from a British comedy series called Scrummy Crumpets. Because they do that like British talk, like they're on a TV show, Benny Hill or something.
I love Benny Hill.
I grew up watching Benny Hill. I love Benny Hill.
I did too, actually. And I had no idea what the fuck that was, but I remember just watching it as a kid and laughing hysterically. I've always been a BBC person. I love that. I grew up also when I was a teenager watching Ab Fab.
Ah, okay, Ab Fab.
I knew at a young age I wanted to be glamorous and on drugs and drunk.
Well, who doesn't, I
wanted the magical life. I wanted the money, the drugs, the glamour, the fabulousness of being...
And the hijinks, right?
And of course, being crazy with your friends. And then I think I watched Keeping Up Appearances. I don't even know what that is. Hyacinth, this old lady that's like really crazy, and it made me laugh. I love British comedy.
So, Anaphylactic may be the most unusual one. Definitely very intriguing. How are they gonna fit with all these like messy monsters on Dragula?
I think she'll definitely like light a fire under their ass. She's stunning. She's clean. She has amazing looks. We got to step our pussy up. You know what I mean? it'll be fun to watch. And I love that she's not from here. Like actually bring other people from other places together. I love that. I love how inclusive Dragula is. That's kind of cool.
Anaphylactic got tons of experience. They've been doing this for years and years. And I have the feeling that they can do anything, any look, very versatile. But one thing I don't see is a whole lot of horror.
That part.
Do you think they can do horror?
I feel like when you're in a competition setting, regardless of where you are, it really opens you up. It really brings something out of you. I competed a couple times and it was just so fun to throw out ideas and create something under pressure. I feel like you just really find what you like. I mean, season 1, I was kind of a wreck, but it was so much fun to just create and throw things out there. And I was so inexperienced. And then coming to Resurrection, I already had kind of an idea of what I wanted and I got to bring some really cool things to life. So I feel like just competing and being able to be in that setting kind of really brings the best out of you. I'm sure we can throw some challenges at her that'll make her get messy and make her get out of her comfort zone of being so perfect, you know?
Yes, that would be interesting. Oh, on the previous podcast, I did this thing called 3 words because it's all about numbers, right? Epic Top 11, and then I'm going to have 3 words or 3 things. I couldn't just do 3 words. That sort of is my first impression of them. So I researched, I knew about them, but I went and researched again for this podcast. And the 3 things I got was regal, old school, and proper lady.
That's it, yeah.
That kind of fits with them. You know, when people get on the show, it's not just like all of a sudden they're thrown onto the set. They have a certain amount of time, not nearly enough time, but they have some time to get all the outfits together and to think about what they're going to do and everything. So Anaphylactic, very professional, top tier pro, gonna get crazy spooky horror looks going, I think. But they're gonna be a lot different from everybody else's, so I'm excited to see what happens.
I want to see her closet. I just want to see what she brings. It's going to be so fun. She did, I think, a brighter Frankenstein look that I think is so stunning. So I can't wait to see what else she brings. I'm a fan. I'm for sure a fan.
Okay, so Anaphylactic, we're very excited.
Number 10.
Who do you want to go to next?
What about Blackberry?
Okay, Blackberry now is from Texas. I don't know where in Texas. The Bearded Beauty of Texas. Have you worked with them?
No, I haven't, but I think she's gorgeous. Also, my opinion on that is that she's very beauty to me. Like, you wouldn't typically think that she'd be a Dragula contestant because she's just so pretty and she's a beauty queen. She's stunning. But I was looking her up and actually I thought her concept's really fun. She's like a Wario look that I thought was really cool. And I enjoy it. It was very cosplay. It was very fun, but still very sexy. So, I mean, I'm curious to see where the horror will take her since she does do costumes. She does do fun looks. She's very beautiful. I'm just curious to see, well, let's throw some gore in there. Let's throw some challenges in there. What will you bring to it? How will you adjust to it?
Blackberry, mustache for miles, very glamour, very polished. And you mentioned they do cosplay. They do excellent cosplay. And how is that going to translate to horror and the filth? Not sure, but cosplay versions of horror and filth are really fun and campy. So that could be a really cool thing to look forward to. I love me a bearded queen.
Me too.
With the body yaddy yaddy, and that's what they got.
A thickums the beard. I'm here for it.
The 3 things I got for Blackberry is devastating, vivacious, and sophisticated.
Dead on. Thick.
I think, no pun intended, but we're going to have a dark horse here. I think Blackberry gonna do real good on this show.
You never know. I remember watching my season and it was kind of like, Melissa be fierce. She doesn't belong here. She's too beautiful. She doesn't do this kind of thing. And Melissa kicked ass, And then watching her again on Titans, it was like, yeah, she's here for a reason. She's an amazing artist. I think it's really crazy to count people out because of what they typically do. So I'm excited to see what she brings.
Blackberry, can't wait.
Number 9.
Who's next?
Ooh, someone else that I worked with before. Throb Zombie.
Throb Zombie. Throb Zombie described themselves as a monster king.
I love them. I think they're stunning. I've seen them before, like in photos, and I've looked them up and followed them before. And then I think I was in Rhode Island. Yeah. And I did a show out there at the stable and I got to work with them and just seeing them in person, the concepts were there, the contacts, the teeth. I love teeth. I love scary teeth. That's like my thing. I'm obsessed. So it was really cool to see this little goblin come in that was just so beautiful. And then they performed awesome. I was just kind of taken aback. I love me some drag kings. I think we need more in the world and they need more visibility, I feel.
Absolutely.
You know? And I feel like Landon kind of really set the bar really high. So it's really exciting to see where people go from there. And I think Throb Zombie is one of the nicest people ever and really fucking talented. And also, like, not all their looks are drag king looks. So I like that there's like that play with gender.
Yeah, exactly. I love it when AFABs get out there and do drag.
Yes.
AFAB drag kings have the perfect icon in Landon Cider. I've met so many drag kings who are like, Landon Cider is my god. They are Zeus. I worship them, and it's well-deserved, and I love it because nobody can top Landon, but I love it when people try.
Is Landon a bottom?
What's that?
That nobody can top Landon. Is he a bottom?
Wait a minute. I said something clever there, but I didn't know it.
There you go. Actually, I wrote 3 words. I did write 3 words for Throb Zombie.
Okay. This time you do it.
Creative, ghoulish, and deadly.
Oh, that's perfect. I've got handsome AF, wicked, and rocker.
I like that.
And I love their skull-tastic look. Their makeup is really cool because they know how to use those cheekbones. Some people out there do not understand the own shapes of their own face. Throb Zombie knows how to optimize that shit. They look fucking amazing every time. Sometimes it's almost like an airbrush, but sometimes it's like very painterly and you can see the brushstroke, but it's still fucking wicked and cool. This cast seems really fucking awesome.
I know.
I can't wait for Throb Zombie.
And I already have a crush on Throb Zombie.
Well, get in line. I got a crush on that Monster King myself.
We can share them.
All right, Throb Zombie, another great one.
And now a short break for an important message.
Hi, this is Sparkleboard the Mushroom Gnome. You are listening to the Tasty Earbits podcast. Help support our endeavor by joining our Patreon at patreon.com/ColdSlutsOnFire. One word. I'm Snorkelboard the Mushroom Gnome. The Mushroom Gnome, the Mushroom Gnome, the Mushroom Gnome, the Mushroom... Snorkelboard, the Mushroom Gnome, the Mushroom Gnome, the Mushroom...
Number 8.
Go on, what else we got?
Cynthia Doll.
Have you worked with them?
No, I honestly can say I didn't know much about them. I've seen them before. I know that I followed them before, but it's very punk. It's very punk vibes. I like it. She reminds me of somebody I would chill with. Like when I saw her, I was like, okay, if I was at a bar or a club, we'd be friends. Like we would hang out. I would get messy with you and it'd be really fun. She's a singer. She has good music.
That's right. They are more than a singer. They are a pop sensation. They got music. They got music videos.
I was watching. They were fun.
They're a music artist. They're also a bat. They're from Kansas City. And the 3 things I got for them is emo jack-o'-lantern, lingerie rock, and glamour bat.
Oh my God, I love that. I'm going to steal that. Lingerie rock. I like my lingerie rock with a bulge.
Me too.
I'm excited to see what they bring. There's something about them that's a little rough around the edges, which we were talking about how other people are very put together, very clean, very perfect. And I think Cynthia has that like punk vibe edge of just like, let's get messy. So I love that. I can't wait to see them be thrown into situations where they can get messy, get bloody, get gory, do some challenges, and just really excel in that.
So Cynthia Doll is a good example of somebody who their main thing could be the music. So if their main thing is a little bit targeted toward another place than sort of monster drag. Of course, they do monster drag, but the main thing is the music. Do you think that would affect somebody in a bad way?
Honestly, it's crazy because we all have our strengths. You know what I mean? Like if I had to be put in a dance challenge, I'd lose. I don't dance. You know, I can't do death drop. I mean, I have my own stuff going on, but I can't do a lot of that shit. I feel like that's why I'm so pretty. I stun you with my looks. I don't have to do all that shit. I'm just going to take your money and you're going to stare at me because I'm gorgeous. So, you know, if you put me in a challenge where I have to dance, I'd probably lose. And I think that's kind of fun about challenges where she's a musician. So that's very much where she is. If you put her in an acting challenge, maybe she'll suck, you know? So it's kind of cool. It might be a hindrance. It'd be cool to find out. I can't wait to watch.
Number 7.
Let's see. Who else we got?
We have Satana.
Satana from Los Angeles. I know them. They are super sexy. They are super cool. And they have something that the others do not have. What would that be, Frankie Doom?
I love her. She's gorgeous. I mean, I can stare at her for hours, and I have. You know, I love me a hot gothy bitch that can paint. Her mug is beautiful. Honestly, she has a fire. There's a fire in her. When I watch her perform, it's the sultriness of her like eyes. It's something that she has. A lot of people don't have. You know, it's not always about being perfect. It's just about having this like I would call it a demon inside of you that just makes you come to life. And she has that magic. She has that fire in her eyes. Also, I feel like she looks a little green at times to me. Like it's a little kind of like not as well along as everybody else in experience. But I mean, that fire could take you very far. It doesn't matter. You know, I think she has that. LA girls have it. LA girls compete. We have so many people trying to get our gigs that like you have to be different. You have to light yourself on fire, do something crazy to like get yourself out there and get paid for it, of course, because people don't want to pay us nothing. So I think she has that. I think it's really fucking fun.
Now, that is a really important point. I was about to say that they have something that nobody else has, but they got a couple of things that nobody else has. And that is, like you say, they are a local Los Angeles queen, so they are really into the theatrics and really have to be good to get any money at all. But Satana, also, I don't know if they work with you, but they work with me on the set of Dragula.
Ooh.
They are a former Dragula employee.
Really?
Yeah, so they know what it's like.
But she has the intel.
Right. They never told me anything. Don't worry, Boulets. But they have an experience that nobody else in this cast has.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, how does the set work? You know, who are the people going to, you know, get mad at you? Who are the people who aren't? And what it just feels like. So they're going to be more comfy on the set than everybody else.
It's really cool, though, to be part of something and then compete in it. It's completely different. Like, before Dragula was a thing, I was doing the competition pageant, and I wanted to win so bad. And I competed all the time. And then once I won, I got to, like, actually work on a party with the Boulets. We became cool friends and stuff. And then when I came into season 1, it was kind of like, oh, wait. Like, I know you before, we were friends before, but now you're like judging me. It's different. It's like a whole different vibe, you know? Like, I don't feel like, can I talk to you the same? Can I actually like express myself like I normally would? Or am I going to get dragged? You're going to judge me? So I don't know, because it's going to send me home. So I think that's cool to have that experience and then kind of come into it in a fresh new vibe. I think competition really forces you to evolve. So I'm kind of excited to see where she grows.
I agree. The 3 things I got for Satana is Pantheress, Sexy Death, and Evil Bride. They are very focused toward Dragula. That is their brand. That is the what they like to do. But they do look a little green. They don't have the same experience as everybody else. But let's see how they do. You know, you were saying that they were like super sexy and everything. I totally agree. They are the kind of lady, you know, you get drunk in the middle of the night and then you go onto the IG and you DM them and you say, oh, hi, how you doing? You're really sexy and stuff. I mean, not that I ever did that, but I can't remember. I might have done that because I can't remember. I drank too much. But they are like to die for. They're so sexy.
Oh, I would definitely send her nudes. For sure.
Number 6.
Who we got next? I'm excited, Frankie Doom. This is fucking awesome.
It is really awesome.
We are the best analysis in the whole universe, in the web.
We're Reddit experts now.
For sure. No, we're better because we don't have to do no work.
That's true. They do it for us.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we subcontract all those Redditors out there to do everything for us, so we don't have to do it.
Okay, so I have Fantasia next.
Fantasia. Now, talk about intriguing. Fantasia Royale Gaga from Miami, a trans woman performer who considers themselves a showgirl rather than a drag queen.
A goddess. Okay, so she stole my heart. You know, I love me a titty girl.
Titties for miles.
And I love me some boobies. Yes. She's also not what you would expect doing Dragula, and that is a strength. Referencing back to when I used to do the show, Krusty and I would always find the 10 people that we wanted to compete, you know, in the pageant. And, you know, we'd always go for the obvious, like, okay, you're a goblin person, or you have this weird look together. I always love to find a pageant queen somewhere in there to throw on there as like a kind of like a mix-up, you know, a toss-up in there. And I remember being told by people, she's not Dragula, or this person doesn't look like Dragula, but pageant girls will compete. They don't want to lose. They don't want to lose anything. So they'll do what they have to do to win. And I think she's that. I think she's going to go in there and take every challenge and just do her best and destroy it, because pageant girls don't want to lose. And she's a showgirl. She's going to give you a show.
Now, the thing that Fantasia Royale Gaga has that nobody can possibly compete with.
Those titties.
Well, that's one thing, but also they are an international TV star. They are on like 3 shows now. They're on one called Miami Dolls on Out TV. They won a competition show already called Hot House. So they already know what it's like to be in the situation, and they won? Okay, so maybe they don't got any spooky looks at all. I went on their Instagram and I tried to find a spooky look. None. The only thing that was close was like Cruella de Vil, but they got everything else. And they could do so good. Now, if they just get a couple of spooky looks for season 5, absolutely they're going to be in the top 3.
I think she's going to blow us away, honestly.
I'm excited because they make such good TV.
She's stunning. I actually did look her up and I was watching that she has little clips of her show and I said, okay, I need to watch these. I need to watch her. She's very captivating. So I'm excited to see her bring an attitude and a personality, and then just where is that going to take you? Where does the gore and the horror fit in? Where does the death, the glamour, the drag, bring it to me? So I'm excited. It's going to be great.
You know, it's interesting. How are they going to approach it? They know they're on a horror show. They got the glamour. They got the filth for sure. They got no horror looks. So how exactly are they going to approach it? I'm very intrigued. I can't wait. How are they going to interact with everybody? It's going to be so cool to watch. This is going to be a riveting season, I think.
I can't wait to count down how many times I have to blur her nipples out of a scene.
Every scene.
Every scene. Maybe just put some little like CGI bat pasties.
Perfect. We are excited about you, Fantasia. We can't wait for you to be on the show.
Very excited.
Also, did I say they were on Botched?
No.
That is one of my favorite shows.
I love Botched.
And now for some more very important commercial messages.
From Out TV.
Do you need release?
Buckle up, baby girl. The fun's about to begin.
This here is Crazy Town, and you're the mayor of it.
Why does the party always end up in the kitchen?
I'm here to probe your black hole.
Eat your heart out, bitch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's get some joy.
I had my heart set on a pizza, though. Fresh as fuck.
Brace yourself.
What is this thing?
It's a party up in here.
Don't be sorry, be better.
I'm still the baddest demon around.
I'm a sexy yin-yang, motherfucker.
Feels like the real thing.
Then freaking me the fuck out.
Let's spray this bitch.
Let the fisting begin.
Sado Psychiatrist.
6 exciting episodes now available at outtv.com, or just go to sadopsychiatrist.com for a direct link. Also available on the Out TV Apple TV channel. Sign up now. The first week is free. And also available on demand in the UK and Ireland via the Fruit TV, that's FROOT.TV channel. Use the code Disasterina for a free month.
The Disasterina merch zone place. It's my fancy store. Go buy my shit.
Melodies, art prints, ephemera,
T-shirts, stickers, apparel, patches, greeting cards, paintings, jewelry, enamel pens, accessories. Plenty of fun stuff for you and your stupid friends.
.com.
Number 5.
We have Onyx. Is it Onyx Donix?
I think it's Onyx on Dix
There we go.
from Philadelphia. What do you have to say about them?
I've actually followed them for a long time. I think they're really, really cool. They're very like horror monster. They're a blend of like creep and glam. There's some really cool looks where they're very beautiful and they're kind of creepy and weird and regal that has gold and just awesome like jewels. And there's some that are just like bloody, gory, disgusting monsters. I love that there's just this big range of what they can do. And it's kind of who they are. It's what they do. This is the competition for them. So I'd love to see what they bring. They specifically have one that I thought was super hot. And I think I even messaged them saying that they were really fucking hot. It was their Gollum look from Lord of the Rings.
I saw a little clip of them scrambling around on stage as Gollum, and their makeup is so fucking cool. But you can see how good a performer they are.
Yeah, very.
They were fucking Gollum.
I was literally staring at them kind of like, I shouldn't be turned on by this, but I mean, this is doing it for me.
I've been following Onyx on Dix as well for a while, and I got the very similar opinion. I think they're super beautiful and super sexy. You know, I see all their monster drag and everything, and I'm salivating over here.
Honestly, I'm true.
The three things I got is beautiful, Slayer, and bloody bitch.
I literally just wrote hot. So basically, if you're listening to this, feel free to DM me. I'm a single gal. Come and get some.
Onyx is a respectable lady. They're not going to DM you. They're going to DM me.
Again, I'm open to sharing.
I got a few other things to say about them. It seems like they got a really high pain tolerance, which could benefit them really good on Dragula for sure. You know, I saw this one video where they're putting like mouse traps on their nipples. Ouch!
Ooh, I mean, I like pain too, but mouse traps, I don't know.
They did this amazing clicker outfit from The Last of Us.
I was
like
watching
a drag
that.
version. That is mental. It's so fucking cool.
Beautiful.
Wow. I hope they bring that. The Boulets would be smart to make a challenge based on that. I don't know if they can do it legally, but a challenge based on that whole series because that look is so cool. Wow.
It'd be cool to have an undead challenge. I feel like generalized challenges like that really open you up because there's people that would say, okay, zombie challenge. Okay, I'm going to do a zombie. And they'll do like a regular whatever. And then there's people who take out of the box and go, well, I'm going to be a fungus zombie, a clicker, whatever, you know? And you get to see where people's minds go. I think it was in Titans where I was talking to people watching it as it was happening. And they said, okay, the next challenge is like horror icons. What would you do? You know? And I immediately went to The Thing. I would do The Thing personally. Like I would be a big mush of flesh with like arms and legs and like crawling towards the audience and having multiple heads. And when I watched the episode, Victoria did that. And I was like, oh, of course she did. You know what I mean? Like, it's fun to see where people's brains go and how they bring things to life. And her look was so stunning. So I love that. I like generalized ideas where you can actually bring things to life that you would love.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would either do that or I would have done Greta the Gremlin.
Those are super good references. And, you know, The Thing is one of those classic movies. A lot of people say The Thing is one of the best horror movies ever just because it is so suspenseful and the fucking effects and the monsters on The Thing are just so nuts. They're so gross.
It's really unsettling.
Yes.
I know it's fake and I know that it's effects and I've watched so many behind the scenes stuff on it. It's one of my favorite movies. But still to this day, when I watch the dog scenes of like how they're screaming and they're like ripping apart and stuff, it makes me so uncomfortable because I'm such an animal lover and I just cannot conceive like the idea of animals being hurt. So whenever I see that, I'm just like very uncomfortable. And I think that's one of my favorite things about movies, when they make me uncomfortable in the sense of like, okay, these effects are really real, are really intense. It really gets me there with horror. Like I think I had a hard time watching Saw for a while. And I had to actually like watch the behind the scenes. I could see the people actually laughing with like their arms ripped off so that I didn't get so unsettled by it. And my favorite movie of all time is The Exorcist, of course. And that's because that movie freaked me out as a kid. Till this day, it's unsettling. I collect stuff. I love it. I reference it a lot. But I cannot have a poster of Reagan in my room because it stares at me and it makes me really unsettled and uncomfortable.
I can understand that. And you know, Frankie, I think now that you put it out into the universe, you have a homework assignment, which is to do a Thing drag.
Oh, I will. It's going to happen. I was very inspired.
So get your clown friend to make it for you.
Krusty is on it.
Krusty, you back there? Get on it, okay?
She's actually working on costumes right now. She's in the kitchen working.
Okay. Well, stop working on that and work on the Thing drag.
Right, make me things.
Number 4.
Now, just having those people on would be fucking amazing, right? And then we have more.
Was it Jarvis?
Let's see. Jarvis Hammer from Atlanta Drag King.
I'm in love. I think they did the Count, I think, from Sesame Street or something kind of like that. That was so cool. Honestly, what I wrote down was concepts, put together looks, just concepts in giant letters. Incredible. The references are amazing. And I said their makeup was otherworldly. And it reminded me of a mix of like Vincent Price in black and white mixed with like a neon Joker mashed together.
That's a really good reference, yes.
I love when like drag artists, whether they're drag kings, drag queens, or anything in between, I think it's really cool when you don't recognize that person. If I saw you walking down the street, I would not know who the hell you were. I think the first time I saw you, I had no idea who the fuck you were.
Good.
Who's this person? It was wild. And I love that. I love when people just become something completely different. You don't see the person underneath it. And I think that's what I got from Jarvis. And it really pushed me to like look them up some more and fall in love with them. Another crush for sure.
You know, they look like an illustration from a vintage horror magazine. They do like Vincent Price, like you said, like Christopher Lee, Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
The makeup is exquisite and the idea is really cool. They are a ghost. The Atlanta ghost with the most is what they say in their IG.
And you mentioned like knowing your cheekbones, knowing your bone structure, knowing your face and how to like paint it. That's artistry in itself.
That's right. They are super good with that stuff. They are a great actor. They do stand up and a super good performer. They are so natural on stage. The thing that's sort of like weird about Dragula is that you don't really get a sense of how people are doing with the performing because you only see like a little snatch here and there of it. But Jarvis Hammer gotta be one of the best, if not the best, performers in this whole cast.
And another cool part about like just competition shows in general, you know, like we said, some people have strengths and weaknesses. Some people are really good at comedy. Some people are really good at performance. And it's kind of a luck of the draw because we don't know what episodes are coming up. We don't know the order of what they're going to do things. So it might be a performance week and you do amazing, or you might not get that to that performance week. You might get to like something else and you just suck at it and you go home. So you never really get to know like if you're going to be able to show that, you know?
Well, this ghost, I can't imagine they do anything wrong. The three things I got for them is erudite, refined, and antique glam rock.
I love it. I'm already obsessed. I want the merch.
Maximum cheekbones, Jarvis Hammer, can't wait. I have got another little note about them. If Mick Jagger was handsome, that's Jarvis Hammer.
I can see that.
Number 3.
All right, who else we got? This is getting good.
JK?
JK from Brooklyn. Kind of a satanic rodeo clown, maybe? The three words I got for them is circus queer, gender annihilator, and harlequin.
I love that. I will admit, I didn't know much about them. I hadn't really heard much. So I had to look them up and I had to dive deep. I love their looks. You know I love clowns. I have a thing for clowns.
Mm-hmm. You married a clown.
It's a fetish. It's unhealthy. But it does it for me. I was really into the looks. I was really into the colors. I just like when people play with everything. There's not one way to do drag. There's not one way to express anything. And I love when people just become a rainbow of like darkness and death with a little bit of sparkle. So it really did it for me. I enjoyed all the looks.
So this year, I'm getting a huge emo vibe from the cast. You do your research, you go onto Instagram and, YouTube, and a lot of these performers on this season seem to be performing to emo rock. And this is one of them. And there's another person on the cast, Cynthia Dahl, who makes basically emo kind of rock. So what's going on there?
They're going to kick ass in the fucking, Monsters of Rock challenge?
Yeah, that's right. JK is perfect for that.
I see them as a drummer.
Well, JK, they're not afraid of filth, that's for sure. Kind of like a spooky vaudeville kind of vibe a little bit too.
I wrote Goblin.
Okay, yeah, definitely good.
A little neon goblin.
They got tons of different looks in makeup. They're all totally different, but they all look like them.
In the same realm, definitely.
Every makeup is different, but somehow it's still them. I really appreciate that. JK, hope you do good.
Number 2.
Okay, I don't know if I'm pronouncing their name correctly. I have Neohuru X.
They are from Los Angeles. They are Abora's wife.
Really?
Well, that's how they were introduced to me when I met them.
I think their page was Vampire Chinese or something.
Yes, Vampire Chinese. Three things I got is exquisite, insect, and demonic.
Otherworldly. I wrote obsessed, stunning, paint me. And that's a compliment because I hate the idea of someone else touching my face because I'm always let down. So I don't let anyone else paint me. I would let Neohuru X annihilate my mug and do whatever they wanted. And I would wear it proudly outside without even thinking about it. I could stare at them forever. And I do, honestly, because I do follow them and I do love them. I just think the concepts are so beautiful. There's like, an artsier side to monsters. It's just, you're either on this realm or this realm, and they're very outside in this like really cool artsy place, and I love staring at them. It's just almost editorial, like Supermodel, Vogue even. You know what I mean?
I totally agree. Interesting you mentioned is like one side or the other with the art. Mostly the Dragula performers seem like they're in the art realm, which not necessarily is totally good. You know, there's drag performers who are in the other realm, which is kind of like the entertainment realm. And then there are drag performers who are in the art realm. So Nihuru is in the art realm. Are they going to be able to translate entertainment when they do their art? What do you think?
It might be a challenge. It's going to be interesting to watch. I feel the same way. Like, I think when drag competition started in general, it was very performer type people that were doing this all the time, you know, for money or doing this all the time as their job. And then as social media happened and just drag changed and so many people do it now, there's people that do perform all the time. There's people that just do Instagram drag or editorial drag or things that don't really perform all the time. So it's cool to smash that together and see where they all fall, you know? As a non-performer or as someone that doesn't always do drag at a bar, how would you translate into a challenge, or how do you bring that into a challenge? It's really cool. So I'm curious to see where they bring it. I'm curious to see what they bring to it. But God, they're stunning. Their editorial is shit. I would have a poster. I would have merch. Give me all of it.
They got it all, really. They got the horror, the filth, the glamour.
They have Abora.
That's right.
Abora is literally like the best help you could have. Abora is such a conceptual artist that I feel like sometimes maybe is underappreciated at times.
I mentioned them right in the beginning, but that is something that is going to be very valuable to Nihuru because of all the experience Abora has. Abora can instruct them on what it's like to be on set. Mm-hmm. You know, Abora, I hope, giving them the advice that don't do what I did. Because you'll fuck yourself up. But I love you, Abora. I love you so much.
I love you, Abora.
I miss you, Abora.
Do you believe in multiple wives? I'm ready. Sister wives all the way.
I'll sign up for that, wife. But, you know, Abora, okay, people watch the show. I don't know exactly what happened behind the scenes, but it seemed like Abora, in the seasons they were on, had some personal issues in the background or in the foreground that sort of distracted them from being the ultimate, excellent, ridiculously fucking talented monster that they are.
That was hard to watch, honestly. It was hard to watch Abora kind of like let other things influence her and like get them to not be their full amazing self. Because I know them, I see them, and they're just magic. There's like this magic dark edge to them that like I feel we did not always get to see because of like other stuff that was interrupting. And I feel like my advice to anyone that's doing this, whatever the hell's happening at home, whatever the hell's happening out there somewhere else, it doesn't happen here. This is a whole new universe, a whole new world. Ignore all that shit.
You're right. Abora has that dark edge to them, especially, you know, when they do a live show. They're on the stilts or they're out in the audience or like assaulting somebody. They're fucking scary when they do the performing. You know, maybe the best proximity for Nihuru is to be near Abora, who has this sort of dark edge, because Nihuru, maybe they're so immaculate, right? They got the full fantasy look. Every little bead is in the perfect place on their face. Mm-hmm. Maybe they need somebody who is a little rough around the edges, a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
Hopefully they absorb some of the Abora craziness to make them more spectacular.
I mean, both of them together is unstoppable.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want some more important commercial messages? Well, here they are.
Mitchell Dobby here for Cold Sluts on Fire. Sorry, Kermit, but it's never been easier to be green. Get your Disasterina logo t-shirt in beautiful sea green now. Be seen, go green at coldslutsonfire.com.
Number 1.
So my drag daughter, Jade, lives down in Buenos Aires.
Ooh.
And I noticed this performer called Orkagotik. I'm going to have to research how to pronounce their name. But Jade knows them. They have met them down in Buenos Aires. They are super horror, super creepy. The three things I got for Orgotic: creepy, terror gnome, and putrescent.
I love that word. I honestly wrote visually stunning, creepy, artsy, dark, outside the box, fear them, they're intimidating, and goblin. And I think just as an American person, you know, we're here, we're used to like what we do here. We have music that influences us and movies that influence us. And when you look at artists from other countries, you know, they have different references. They have different art that they look at. It's always fun to research and look at because, you know, people from the UK look completely different to people from us. You know, like Cheddar Gorgeous, for example, we were saying, has nudity and horns and sparkles. So when I looked up orc gothic, I was just fear them. They're intimidating. They're magic. They're dark. They have such a different take on their drag, their character. So I'd be afraid.
Looks like they tried to do plastic surgery on themselves. They're definitely from like the Hellraiser drag school. Maybe like if Yovska were a meth addict.
Oh, I love plastic surgery.
Me too. I wish I could afford it.
I just started.
Did you get some plastic surgery?
These lips are not real.
Oh my. They're beautiful lips.
And then Botox, of course, freezing my face, never move again.
Is it the injections?
Yeah, but I'm going to get some more. It's the beginning, but I'm now hooked and I just want to get a whole bunch of things changed for fun.
Yeah, when they get the scalpel out, that's like way more expensive. So you got to do a GoFundMe for that.
Right. Someone fund my pec implant.
I was gonna say, oh, we went through the cast, it's gonna be incredible. And this cast is gonna be so interesting. There are so many fucking talented people, so many different kind of talented people. I'm excited as fuck.
Same. Honestly, a wide variety for sure.
But maybe Reddit is not 100% correct. So I asked Frankie to give a couple of people who they are very intrigued with and they would love to see on the show.
Of course, I want to see my clown, my number one, Christina Clown, get on Dragula at some point.
Me too. Christina, stop working over there and work on your own outfit so you can get on the show, okay?
Krusty's the secret behind Frankie Doom. I will tell everyone. I will give her the full credit. I can paint and I can act and I can do a lot of crazy shit and I love to get messy and I have inspirations, but I cannot sew to save my fucking life. So when I did season 1, Krusty was my partner, is the one that just put me through it and learned to sew so that I would have things to wear. Because one of my critiques was store-bought. And I said, okay, we're not wearing store shit anymore. Let's make something. And since then to now, oh my God, they've created so many amazing things for me. So I want to see them succeed. I want to see them get on there and make things for themselves. And they just do such amazing drag on their own. They have like a creature with like 6 tits and like 5 arms and a giant clam pussy. So I would love to see all that on Dragula. They would be a really fun person to watch. And I feel like they'd win, actually. I feel like they would take it.
Christina, I would love to see you, of course, on Dragula. So go up to the Boulets and just, just worship them. Let them know you're on the radar, okay?
Just tell them, I'm going to be on next season. Tell me when to show up.
Exactly.
Another person I got was Abby Cadabra. And I think I've mentioned them before on other lists too.
You have?
They're just really talented. I love them. And I've met them before. I've worked with them before. And I call her my pseudo drag daughter because I don't really do drag children. I don't know. It's just not really my thing. But the Boulets met her and said, you remind us of Frankie Doom. And we've been friends forever, since before we even did drag. We were both doing horror and like scare acting from Not Scary Farm, and she was doing Haunted where she's from. So we've been friends for a very long time. And when we met, I was able to teach her like my Doom tricks of making hair and random things that I do. And just watching her do prosthetics and stuff and just how monstrous she brings stuff to the stage. It's just really beautiful. I think we deserve to watch it. She just did a look, I think, that was based on Tusk. She's a fucking walrus person. And it was just the coolest thing ever. I don't know. I think they're super talented. I love to see them get the recognition they deserve.
I agree. When you mentioned Abby Cadabra on the last podcast, I totally agree. I think there's something about them that's just really fun and interesting and different. And they're totally in the zone. So I hope in the future, maybe on season 6, or who knows, maybe on this season they will show up. It's not set in stone.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
Abby Cadabra, I love you. Hey, where is Abby Cadabra from?
When I met her, that was Michigan, but I think she's in Atlanta now, in Georgia.
Okay, Abby Cadabra, if you are in Los Angeles at any point, you have an open invitation to be on my drag interview show called My Drag is Valid, which Frankie Doom also appeared on. And by the way, it's going to Out TV in the fall, so go watch it there with new added clips and everything.
How fun.
Abby Cadabra, I will totally put you on season 2 of My Drag is Valid, so come on.
Congrats on that, by the way.
Oh, thank you. We're really excited about it. And there's a new one. There's a brand new one. Charles Galen. We finally
I love Charles.
Interviewed Charles Galen, and we had such a fantastic interview. So much fun. Can't wait for people to see that. Sometime in September, people will start to be able to see it. And then in October, it's going to be on their channel on the Out TV streaming network. I can't wait.
I can't wait to watch it. Another person, I don't know, do you follow them? Andy Black?
Yes, I do. Did you mention them on the last podcast?
I probably did. Honestly, I think they're way overdue. I love their art. I think it's so beautiful and put together, and it's also horrifying. Like I said, I love people that can bring glamour, beauty, sparkles, all of that, and then turn around and give you like this fucking furry mosquito creature that like makes no sense. So I think they have such an attention to detail. Their art is so well thought out. They definitely deserve to be on. And oh my God, Andy is hot as fuck.
Andy Black, Frankie has a crush on you. What are you gonna do about it?
He knows. He knows. Frankie Doom is a hoochie. She be telling everybody she likes them.
Let me poke one in there.
Okay, go ahead.
I didn't get a lot of them, but I got a few of them. There was one local drag performer who was more like a performance artist. I interviewed them on My Drag is Valid as well. They are called Dusk.
I love Dusk.
DVVSK. They are super interesting. Now talk about art up the yazoo, but also they are a super good performer because they are like a fucking dance instructor. They know how to move. If you see any of their videos online, improvisational expert at moving their own body, and they do interesting looks. How did they describe themselves? They were a alien witch. So I would totally love to see Dusk on Dragula.
I love that. Yeah, I've worked with Dusk quite a few times. We used to do a show. It was like a queer punk show in LA. I think in Montebello, actually. It was called Scum for a while. And
oh, I did that once.
I watched them perform so many times. And the movement, the body, knowing your body, and just being so sexy, and also it's weird at the same time. It's otherworldly for sure. I used that word before, but definitely otherworldly, alien for sure. And it's
they alien as fuck.
So beautiful. I would love to see them compete. And they're also very quiet at times too, and I love that. Like when someone just kind of shows up and does the damn, doesn't talk about it, they just kind of give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Very Vander-esque in a sense, where Vander just kind of came along and was like, "Hi, I'm Vander. I'm here. I'm quiet, but I'm gonna fuck you up," and they did. You know.
Dusk, get on the show, Dumbo. Okay, who you got? Who else you got?
Do you want to throw someone on your radar? I want to shout out someone that I love very much. They're a very close friend of mine from in Alaska, actually. Her name is Scarlet Crypt. Look her up. You'll love her. She's gorgeous. I love burlesque. That's one of my favorite things in the world. And she's just stunning. She puts together these beautiful looks. And watching her get ready in the dressing room is insane. Because, you know, we're all messy. We're all throwing glitter everywhere, whatever. And she walks in with this coffin, opens it up, puts on her pantyhose and a slip. And just, it's so 50s, like undead housewife burying her fourth husband. It's such a well thought out, like, just character. And she's so dark and funny and weird. And she does one number in her wedding dress. She got married in a big black wedding dress and literally just stands there and stares at you. And it's so captivating. And I think that when you can walk into a room and just stand there and stare at people and make them throw money at you, you're fucking talented. You're beautiful. It's blowing people away. That was something I wanted to do. And I feel like I've gotten that down. So I wanted to shout her out. I think she deserves to be on there, and she deserves to show her creepiness and her darkness to the world.
Scarlet Crypt from Alaska. I don't know anything about them. I'm going to go check them out right after this interview. Thank you, Frankie.
And they're very hot in their human form.
Human form? Boring.
Lots of tattoos, for sure.
Okay, here is an interesting question for you, Frankie. You're a very sexual person. Do you ever have sex as Frankie Doom? Like in the makeup, in the personality, in the gore?
I have, but it isn't something that I do. I think it was one night, I would say we were kind of fucked up and we were driving home from a Dragula party, and Cresty and I pulled over and just like got it on in the street.
Wow.
And there was just a smear of makeup everywhere and mess, and it was messy as shit. But I mean, so I have done that, but I don't know. It's just so uncomfortable. I have such tight corsets on and I have like these crazy long claws. I would like stab myself in the eyeball or in someone's butthole. If I fingered you with my nails, it would destroy you. And then my teeth will probably shred your dick. So I don't know. It's just not really comfortable for me. But I guess it depends. Maybe if the right person, I wouldn't say no to it. Like, fuck it. I'm going to bend over real quick. Rip the pads off. Fuck it. You know?
In a perfect world, I would love to have like an orgy with everybody being a monster. But, you know, you touched on something that's very important. It's like, you know, do you really want a whole bunch of glitter up your ass crack? You probably don't. You don't want to get all smeared and messy and it's like your wig is falling off and it's just, ugh. You know, you got to be really fucked up.
In theory, it sounds really hot. And then you think about it like 5 minutes in, and drag is hot as it is already. So can you imagine, like, after 10 minutes of having sex, you look at me, my lashes off, I look like this like melted candle and my hair's falling off. I just look like this creepy old like monster person. This like creepy vulture from like, what is it? Insidious. I don't think it'd be hot anymore. I don't know.
Well, maybe we can do it virtually.
I mean, I'll give it a try.
See, who else you got?
I have Coma White.
Coma? I don't know who Coma White is.
I'm obsessed with them. They're beautiful. And from what I see, they just do these really cool looks. Like they did a leather face look that's very like almost movie quality. Like they just look so good. And I think they have a video of them walking into Home Depot with like giant titties and other face masks going to get like weapons and things. And that was really funny. I love that. And they reference Sleepaway Camp, but they reference Frankenhooker and just so many horror movies and icons that I love. And they create them in their own way. And I think that's just so amazing. I would love to see that on television, of course. I'm a diehard horror fan. So when people reference horror icons, I just love seeing it so well done. And I think Coma is insanely talented. I think they just did a performance and they did a Baby from 1,000 Corpses, Sherry Moon Zombie, and I was obsessed. I don't know. I just love everything they do, all their looks. And then they do a lot of 80s music, which I love. It's a lot of 80s horror movies. That's like what created me growing up. 80s horror and just 80s music in general.
I'm on their IG right now and I'm looking. They've got a Susie Sue look. Okay.
Yes.
I'm sold.
So good.
Give me some Susie Sue. 100%. They've got really, really good looks. I'm going to follow and check them out. The variety is really cool too.
Also very hot. I think I have a pattern.
It doesn't hurt, you know, when you're hot and then you put the makeup on, you can get 20 times hotter.
And they do have a drag king in there too. Have you heard of Show Pony?
That name seems familiar.
They're from New York. I've worked with them numerous times and been able to watch them. And honestly, watching them is just magic. Like you said, some people have the performance aspect and they have it. And they just come out painted. Their faces are always different and so beautiful. And it's not your run-of-the-mill you would think drag kings are. You know, sometimes it's like masculine, sometimes it's very femme, sometimes it's very cryptid, but it's always good. And the movements that they do and the way they work their body, it's just always very, almost like a sexual experience. So I love it. I'm a huge fan. He calls me his wife.
Sorry, Krusty.
I have many wives. I told you, sister wives all the way.
Okay, so speaking about drag kings, I love me some drag kings, and there is one drag king I super duper duper love. Not that I don't super duper duper love others, but I saw the show on Out TV called Call Me Mother. It was a reality competition show, and I think it was it season 1 that Hercules was on there.
The name already, I'm sucked in.
Incredible performer. The interesting thing about this drag performer is that they really do the looks and the fashion and the concepts. And from what I understand, they didn't do almost no performance before they got into the show. But when they got onto the show, they did super thoughtful, conceptual stuff. And I didn't get enough. They got rid of them like halfway through the season. I was like, I need more Hercules. I mean, I'm there for the looks. I'm there for the fashion. I'm there for the drama. But I think seeing them perform will be fucking awesome too. So I hope they come to LA.
I'm looking them up and incredible. They have this look with like the whole body is like stitched up together and has eyeballs all over it. And that's so incredible.
I know, they're so fucking good. Talk about a detail-oriented person. They have such complicated stuff.
The costuming alone. But yeah, every face is different. Every look is different. Every look like lives in its own world. It's really talented. I need some Hercules.
Do you have anything else?
I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Would you do Titans if they asked you again to do a Titans 2? Would you come back? Would you come live again? Would you compete again?
You know, I think I would. I've gotten that question a lot over the last few years. It's like, oh, would you do an All-Stars? Oh, whatever. I'm sort of been on the fence for a long time about it. And I think now, unless there's some weird scheduling thing, I think I would go in there just because I always think about that experience I had in season 2. It was, you know, terrifying. It was exciting, but I met my best friends there, and it was so much fun. Some people, when they get on the shows, they fuck their minds up. It fucked my mind up too a little bit, but in a really good way. So I really want to get on just the experience of being on the show. I don't know about winning or anything, but just like being on there long enough to have fun and to experience this weird moment in my life. I got this little taste of like this crazy new experience that I never thought I would have. You know, I started drag like in middle age, right? I never thought I'd fucking be a professional drag performer in middle age.
What are you talking about? I thought you were 25.
Oh, I guess middle-aged for people who lived in the Pleistocene, maybe? You're right, I am only 26 now, times 3. But it was sort of like having a new life. Segments of my life in the past, I used to be in a rock band in the 90s. And we toured the country a few times, and that was like a crazy moment. And then I was an artist in Los Angeles. I still am, but I was in the art scene for a while and I did that. And I had these like little islands of interesting life experience. And this drag thing is completely new. like I said, I never would have expected that I would be doing this. And so I think I would want to continue. But you never know. I don't even know if I'm going to get asked. But if I do, I think I would probably do it.
I'm very in the same boat. I feel like I did Dragula season 1, and that was kind of like, okay, where's this going? It was a YouTube show. You know what I mean? We filmed in random places, trying to make it work because the budget wasn't there. You know, we weren't sure if like the viewership was going to be there. So once that took off, it was really cool. And again, I went into it fully just being a dumb kid. I was just partying. For me, it was just one big party. I had such a good time doing it. There were pressure moments when I was like nervous as shit, but ultimately I just kind of rode the wave and had a good time, and I made it to the end. That was really fun. Losing sucked, but I mean, losing always sucks. But I just had the whole experience was incredible. And I walked in there knowing Vander was going to take that shit. So I was okay with losing because I already had a lot of time to get used to it. And then coming back for Resurrection was super cool, but also a very different experience because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to see Kendra, and that's one of my best friends in the world. And I was so happy to like be cast with her specifically, and then not being able to hang out kind of sucked. You know, I didn't get to have that experience of being in the room with everyone and like joking and talking and getting to experience our personalities together. It was definitely a very different experience having the Boulets come over and kind of like hang out with me and like, okay, how are we going to film this? How's this going to work? So that in itself was a crazy, crazy situation, but so many beautiful things came from it. And I got to create some of my best art.
Oh, yeah.
I will say my vampire till this day, my favorite thing I've ever made or worn or experienced. And I want to do that, something like that again. And I feel like competition really pulls that out of you. You can't just do that every single day for a bar show. You know what I mean? So I very much love the experience. My parents got to watch and they got to actually see what I do. And that was also another positive that came from it. They got to fully immerse themselves in the doom and they loved it. So that was cool. But I think one of my biggest things was I wanted to do it again. I wanted to do it now that it's a budget, now that I can walk into the fucking coffin workroom. I want to experience that. You know, I want to experience it now as where it is today. And one of my biggest dreams ever in doing drag or doing any kind of art was traveling the world. So I would love to get the experience of doing the show, getting to be close to new people, because I have made so many awesome friends, some of my closest friends from the show. And I want to go to fucking the UK. I want to go to fucking everywhere else. I want to travel the world in drag with my sisters performing for audiences. So it'd be really cool to come back again, to bring more monsters to life, to compete hard, as I do get really into it, and to shake my titties for people in another country. So if I get asked, I'm definitely going to say yes. I'm definitely going to jump on that.
I think it would be stupid not to ask you because, no pun intended, you fill up the screen. You're really good on camera. And you have so many cool looks and you're very personable. Also, funny as fuck. I need to see you on Titans too. We could have a drink or two together. Maybe we could form an alliance.
Oh, I'm down for it.
To destroy the others.
I was going to say, we got to do this together. We got to do this together.
Also, you know, let me know when you're in LA again because I've got another project going. People out there, I'm not just sitting around here doing no content. I actually am doing content. We're doing things that we cannot quite talk about yet. But Frankie Doom, when you're in LA, let me know because we want to get you into those things that we're thinking of doing.
I'm definitely going to come down in October. I think I have my Doom sisters coming to visit Alaska, so we're all going to perform here and have fun here. And I think they leave like October 5th. And I'm thinking about just kind of coming along too and spending a couple weeks in California. So I will definitely reach out to you and let you know the exact dates. I do miss Callie and all my friends, and I do miss going out, and I definitely miss you.
Well, I miss you too. We have so much fun together. Can't wait to get together.
I know I can't either. It's going to be so much fun.
Do you have any like final parting words for your fans out there or your enemies?
Yes. All of you out there, all you Doom fans, my support hoes, tell the Boulets you want to see me and Disasterina on Titans too. Get us on, guys. Make it happen. You guys can make anything happen. Reddit, make it happen.
Get on it, Redditors. So we don't have to.
Right. I don't want to do any of the work at all. You guys do it.
Music on the podcast by Satell, Satelle. Go find them on the Spotify. Also by Dr. Stevo, DoctorSteevo. Find them at drstevo.com or on Instagram. I would like to personally thank our fantastic Patreon supporters. You are the ones who are keeping this podcast growing and going. Love you. Joseph Raish, Indra Lowenstein, Amy Marsh, Jeremy McNabb, Keith Ferguson, Annalyn Bond, Rollerblaze, Sassy C, Sylvia Ahmed, Tom, Ali, Carrie Wolf, Eric Peterson, John Get Bent, Renee Redanius, Melissa Sarah, Julia Levine, Rhea, Simin Lo, Spencer Montoya, Story Nagel, and Katrina Miller. Thank you so much, and remember, Patreon supporters, if you have any questions for the magical Disasterina Queen herself, just go ahead and send me a message to Patreon, and I will answer your question on the air on the podcast. Special perks for you! You wanna be as wonderful as those people? Well then go to Patreon, I don't know how to fucking pronounce it, .com/Cold Sluts on Fire. One word, give us plenty of your greenbacks. We need it.